That moment when someone walks away can feel like the ground is collapsing beneath you. But what if this ending contains your most important beginning? The text stops. The warmth fades. The person who once made you feel seen now makes you feel invisible. In the echoing silence, the same painful questions surface. What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? But what if these questions are pointing you in the wrong direction? What if rejection isn't a verdict on your worth, but an invitation to discover it? What becomes possible when you stop asking why they left and start asking who you're becoming? Psychological wisdom reveals a profound truth. Rejection often strikes where we're already wounded. The parts of us that feel inadequate, unlovable, or not enough, these are the places where another's departure cuts deepest. But this pain isn't random. It's highlighting exactly where your healing and growth await. Rejection reveals where you've been waiting for external validation to feel complete. Consider this perspective. When someone rejects you, they're often rejecting a version of you that wasn't fully authentic anyway. The you that was trying to please, to fit in, to be what you thought they wanted. The real tragedy isn't their departure. It's that you might have been abandoning yourself long before they did. That hollow feeling? That's the space where your authentic self wants to emerge. The journey toward becoming someone you don't want to lose begins with a radical shift, from seeking external validation to cultivating internal worth. This isn't about building walls or becoming invulnerable. It's about developing such a strong relationship with yourself that another person's presence becomes an addition to your life, not the foundation of it. When you stop needing someone to complete you, you become complete. And that completeness is magnetic. Think of your most painful rejections. What aspects of yourself do they trigger? The fear of being unworthy? The anxiety about being alone? The belief that you need to be perfect to be loved? These emotional triggers are messengers pointing to parts of yourself that need your attention and acceptance. What if your wounds are actually signposts directing you toward your wholeness? The transformation begins when you stop seeing rejection as failure and start viewing it as redirection. That relationship that ended wasn't necessarily wrong. It might have been exactly what you needed to confront the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. The job you didn't get, the friendship that faded, the love that left. Each contains valuable information about where you need to grow. This process requires courage. It means sitting with the discomfort of being alone without rushing to fill the void. It means listening to the quiet voice that knows your truth, even when it contradicts what others want from you. It means honoring your boundaries, your needs, your dreams, not as selfish acts, but as essential expressions of self-respect. As you practice this self-honoring, something remarkable happens. The desperate energy of needing to be chosen transforms into the confident energy of knowing your own value. You stop contorting yourself to fit relationships and start attracting connections that appreciate your authentic shape. People who don't align with your self-respect will naturally drift away, making space for those who do. This isn't about becoming perfect or invulnerable. It's about becoming real. The most magnetic people aren't those who never feel pain or doubt. They're those who have made peace with their humanity. They've learned to comfort their scared parts, to validate their own feelings, to parent their inner child. Their strength comes not from having no wounds, but from knowing how to heal them. What would change if you became the secure base you've been seeking in others? The person who becomes truly unforgettable isn't chasing attention or validation. They're too busy living from their core values, pursuing what genuinely matters to them, and building a life that feels meaningful regardless of who's watching. This isn't a strategy to attract others. It's the natural result of self-alignment. And paradoxically, this self-contained fullness becomes incredibly attractive. There's a palpable difference between someone who needs you to complete them and someone who chooses you to complement their already complete life. The first feels like pressure. The second feels like freedom. The first demands constant reassurance. The second offers mutual growth. The first drains your energy. The second energizes you both. Become someone you wouldn't want to lose, and you'll naturally become someone others can't imagine losing. This transformation affects every aspect of your presence. It's in the way you carry yourself, not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their worth. It's in your eyes, not seeking approval, but offering genuine connection. It's in your voice, not pleading to be heard, but speaking truths worth hearing. These subtle shifts communicate more than any performance ever could. As you build this foundation of self-worth, you'll notice your relationships changing. You'll stop accepting crumbs because you know you deserve the whole meal. You'll walk away from situations that diminish you because your peace becomes non-negotiable. You'll speak your truth with compassion because your voice matters. How would your relationship choices change if your non-negotiable standard was your own self-respect? The most powerful transformation occurs when you stop trying to become what others want and start embracing who you actually are, flaws, quirks, passions, and all. This authenticity can't be manufactured or performed. It's the natural expression of someone who has stopped fighting themselves and started loving themselves. And this self-acceptance is contagious. It gives others permission to be real too. Think of the people who've had the greatest impact on your life. They probably weren't the most perfect or polished people you've met. They were likely the most authentic, the ones who showed up as themselves, who owned their stories, who weren't afraid to be human. That's the kind of presence that leaves a lasting mark. This journey requires daily practice. Each time you choose self-respect over people-pleasing, you strengthen your foundation. Each boundary you set reinforces your worth. Each moment you comfort yourself instead of seeking external validation builds your emotional independence. You're not just changing your relationships, you're changing your relationship with yourself. The person who becomes truly invaluable doesn't do so by trying to be everything to everyone. They do it by being fully themselves, with all their unique gifts, perspectives, and ways of being. They stop comparing themselves to others and start expressing their distinctive essence. This uniqueness can't be replicated or replaced. What unique qualities have you been hiding that the world needs to see? If you're in the midst of heartbreak or rejection right now, please know, this pain contains your transformation. The emptiness you feel isn't just a void. It's sacred space being cleared for your authentic self to emerge. The questions haunting you aren't just torment. They're invitations to deeper self-knowledge. Your healing isn't about getting over someone. It's about getting back to yourself. Your worth was never determined by who stayed or left. Your value doesn't fluctuate with others' opinions. Your wholeness isn't something someone can give you or take away. These truths were always within you, waiting for you to claim them. Rejection just removed the distractions so you could finally see what was there all along. What truth about yourself is waiting for you to acknowledge it? I'd be honored to hear about your journey in the comments below. Share one insight you've gained about finding your worth after rejection, or one quality you're reclaiming in yourself. Your story could help someone else see their own path more clearly. If this exploration of turning rejection into renewal resonated with you, please support our community by liking this video and subscribing to Winds of Thought. Together, we're discovering how to build unshakable self-worth from within. And if you know someone navigating heartbreak who needs this perspective, share it with them. Sometimes the greatest comfort is knowing our pain has purpose.